All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to another cultural awareness podcast. Or should I just say, welcome to this new podcast episode? It's been a while, it's been a while, it's been a while. So let's go ahead and make it a good one, right? So, did you know that there are silent sex struggle for married people? Yeah, I don't want it to sound like I'm not always talking about sex, but today I decided to go ahead and make another episode, which will make it maybe a third one, talking about sex, right? So I was going through Facebook like usual. I'm on social media a little bit trying to figure out what I should talk about, and I came across this post from this guy. So it doesn't belong to me. I'm just simply reading out what this guy wrote about silent sex and silent sex struggle that married people go through. So I will go without having to waste your time. And I know that you have a lot going on and you decided to at least tune in to this podcast. I will go ahead and make sure that it's a good one, right? So number one, a spouse who wants too much sex, right? You have different type of partner. The number one is a spouse who wants too much sex, right? Some are married to a spouse. Oftentimes, the husband who wants sex regularly. Hey, yours truly, you already know, man. That's just how it is. Some people are just wired that way, right? Where you want sex all the time. Like, I mean, all the time to a point where your partner can kind of complain, right? Like, what is this guy like? Every time you barely touch, you take any position, you bend down to pick up the dishes, he's ready. You want to pick up anything on top of the counter, he see that as he's ready. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You just barely pass near him. You're going to walk and you barely touch him to say goodbye. The boy's like, nah, let's get a quickie in before you go out there. So yeah. So you have those type of partner that one sex on these on the regular, and this can easily make one feel used, right? I don't know if I would say used, but your partner might complain at some point that every time you just want it, every time you just want it. So, right? And they might also feel that maybe the emotional connection is weak, when in fact, for you, the person who wants sex, you feel like that is a great emotional connection, right? So, we have those type of partner. We also have now a spouse who is not interested in sex. So, if you have a partner that is interested in sex, then you also have a spouse who is not. And some are married to a spouse, often wifey, who shows no interest in sex. And we saw that, right? We saw that there are some people, I don't think it's a disease, but we saw that there are some people that have those complications. Like they are, I don't know if I would say moodless, but they are never in the mood, to get the freaky going on. You know what I mean? So perhaps because of emotional strain, past wound, uh, hormones, negative view towards sex, or maybe uh, they have been traumatized with something that happened to them in the past and that they are not maybe willing to talk about, right? Because we know, for example, some girls. I remember this famous singer from Africa who she had a boyfriend. She would do everything to please him, but she wouldn't have sex, and that is because she apparently was raped by her uncle while she was younger, while she was a younger girl. So she never forgot it, right? So anytime a man came across her, she would fear, she would run away, even though she liked the man, because she can only see her uncle on top of her. It took a lot of therapy for her to get through that episode. So there are some people like that, but there are also some people that just don't like sex, right? No matter how you do it, that you just gotta maybe get them in the hospital to get it checked because they don't understand it themselves and they don't know how to explain themselves because they they are never in the mood. Like that's why I say moodless, right? So what other type of partner do we have? We have a spouse who does not take care of personal hygiene. Ooh, this is a big one. So it is a struggle to kiss, lick, touch, or rub, and even make love to someone who doesn't brush their teeth. Oh my God, I hope this never happened to me, man, because hey, I'm running out of there. Because there's no way I'm touching you, man. You got to come to that thing. I understand, like I said, I understand that sometimes, we don't necessarily have a specific spot for sex. You might pick up your wife from work and, in the back of the car, it can go down. You know what I mean? In the park, it can go down. But at the same time, that doesn't stop you from having a good hygiene. You have to have a good hygiene. And partner, be considerate of your partner, right? Man, take care of yourself. Wise, make sure it's clean. Make sure you have good breath. Mint sometime in the car can come in handy, because sometimes, especially if you are someone who fast, you will realize, like, if you fast, like, your body start rejecting all these smell out of your body, right? From your mouth, because you are fasting, you didn't eat anything at all. So remember that whenever you fast, you will see that you have a bad breath, right? Until your body get rid of those, I guess, toxin, enzyme, and things like that. So like I said, we have partner who don't really take care of themselves. And if you have such a spouse, encourage each other to shower together. If they don't shower, buy him or her underwear and recommend they be one to excite you. Form a couple routine. If you are the culprit, remember that hygiene inspire intimacy, right? So nobody wants to touch anything that smell bad. Like, you want to touch something that is good, that smell fresh. Like, sometimes when you come and your partner has those I would say maybe those nice perfume on her, and it smell like candy, you happy. If you're happy, then who is the next type of partner? You have the unmet sexual expectation, right? Uh, Obviously, that there's nothing as frustrating as being married, but your parents' sexual needs are not being fully met, right? Some men, this goes for both men and women, right? Because you are married and your partner doesn't meet your expectations sexually. So, most likely, they are not being fully met because you have not lovingly, you don't have a lovingly communication to you with your spouse as far as your desire, right? You need to communicate as far what makes you tick, what makes you tack. Like sometimes you might even have to ask them, like, hey, when I do this, like, like, guide me to unmap your body, because a woman body is a map, right? Sometimes you have to go out there and uh you need her help to guide you as to, oh, when I do this, this is what you like. When I do this, this is where it's okay, you feel good, but it's not it. When I do this, no, I don't feel nothing. Like, stop doing this one because it's not really working for me. That is how you communicate in a relationship, in order for you to get what you want, and in order for them to also get what they want, right? So most likely, like I said, they don't have a good communication. And also, you need to tell them your favorite sexual position, and your fantasy, because we have seen often women that are acting like they are sister at home, and they are like, I don't know, I don't want to say priest, that's why I say sister, and yet they go out there when they are cheating on you, they let their wild side take over. They want to their hair to be pulled and things, like they have these other kind of fantasy, when you could have easily communicate that with your spouse or your husband or your boyfriend, so that they can do that with you at home. They want to have fun with you, but sometimes uh they are not relentless, but they are a little bit reticent as far as how to do it, because they don't know if that would please you or not. So sometimes just communicate and watch what happens. Let your man be free, and let your partner be free. Let them know exactly what makes you happy, and trust me, you will have a better sexual life. So we also have partner that are way too much into porn, right? So pornography would distract you from cultivating intimacy with your spouse. Like, I'm not I'm saying that too much porn is not good. I understand there are some partner out there that go and watch porn to be able to come and exercise it. to be able to come and exercise it on their partner. But you need to know that being too much into porn and watching too much, that means that you are building this fantasy that in reality you don't have a partner in front of you that can match that, right? And for that reason, whatever they do and things like that doesn't please you because your head is, you become porn addicted. Let's be real. You become porn addicted. And for that reason, your life, your sexual life is not going well. It will make you ignore your spouse and without you knowing it because you're too much addicted to it. It is just to look at video and picture of naked stranger banging. Man, come on now. And address this by desiring the real thing, not an illusion. Like I said, you are building a fantasy that will not be able to match. So you need to deal with what you have in front of you, right? I can understand you might want to watch a porn a little bit just to copy some move. Nothing wrong with that. And go ahead and do it with your partner and things like that. But at the same time, know that too much porn is not good for your relationship. Now, let's move to the next person. Usually, this will be men, right? You have masturbation. Masturbation will make your spouse compete with your fingers. Yeah, man, your finger will most likely win because you know how to please yourself, but your marriage partner will not, right? Obviously, you can't compete. There ain't nothing like the real thing, at least to me. Like pussy is always gonna be better than fingers. But the fact that it's your body and it's your own hand and the sensation that you are feeling comes, obviously from you. You are most likely going to be able to know how to please you better with your hand than what your partner would. But I'm saying that at least for me, nothing is better than the real thing, man. So I don't know, and I'm not into masturbation, so nothing is better than the real thing. So just watch out for that and make sure that you don't make your partner compete with your fingers, man, because your fingers, to some people, your fingers, your hand will always win because it's your body. You know it. So address this by teaching your spouse how you want him or her to please you, since you are already learned. So you already know your body and you have already learned what your body likes and things like that. And obviously, let's deal with the big problem. I know women been waiting for me to touch this one. Some people, some men are there, the penis cannot sustain erection. That is just the way it is. Most men in this new modern time are struggling with erection, right? A lot of people don't know that you abandon yourself into alcohol. You doing all these you popping, blue pills all the time. Know that it's going to eventually catch up to you because even machine break down too. And if you are using that all the time, obviously at some point you will need more in order for you. It's just kind of like someone will start becoming a junkie, right? Like they at some point, like the simple high is not enough. They will need more and more and more to sustain until they finally just give up. And we have a lot of men in this society that are not able to sustain erection. So, guys, get yourself checked. Go out there and make sure you don't consume a lot of alcohol. A little bit of a beer here and there, or maybe a wine here and there is okay, right? But if you got to make it your life where you're drinking all the time and things like that, know that it will affect you, right? It definitely will affect you. And obviously, we also have an overthinking wife who struggle to climax. Most wives who struggle to climax is because they overthink. Have the kid eaten? Is my vagina smelling? Is he really enjoying it? Am I moaning too loud? Am I too wet? Am I not wet? Like, have you paid rent? Did I remember to pay the chama? Is the salon open tomorrow? Like, all kind of these things are going through your head when you are on the bed with someone touching you. That is not good, ladies and gentlemen. Stop overthinking. Sex is simple, man. Go straight to the point. Obviously start with the touching and things like that. I'm not a love doctor, but I'm just giving you advice. You know what I mean? Go with the touching and everything like that. And then finally slide it in and you slide it in and you wait when you slide it in and you touch other party while for you the man you're private can take time to observe the environment if you know what I mean. And then after that then when your partner is really really into that, then you go with the bump and grind, simple as that. And some people also, like I said, we are describing the different type of partner. There are people that have low self-esteem, right? If you doubt your own sexiness and performance, then intimacy will suffer, right? Confidence is crucial when it comes to all things related to sex, right? Sorry. Confidence is crucial, right? Embrace your body, your tummy. You have a little bit of stomach, yeah, embrace it because your partner seems to like you the way you are, right? Sagging breast because you gave kids, embrace it, right? A man who's not gonna like you because your breast is no longer the way it used to after you have given him two, three, four, five, six, seven kids, like that is I wouldn't say that is not a real man, but that is not fair, right? You gotta embrace your partner even if they are plus we have all kind of things to redress those breasts today. So they should be working hard to, as soon as you are done with pregnancy, lift it up if that is what they desire out of you. But a partner shouldn't not like you just because you got sagging breasts now when you in fact give a bunch of kids hanging around. Like, no, that I don't think is fair. That is actually the if it's sagging and you gave quite a bird, like it's a good thing. It's a really good thing. So you can just fix your body, nothing like that. So I embrace your body the way you are. You are a mother. You know what you did. You know what I mean? So it's a good thing. Then you also have partner that like to compare. Have you ever realized that most of the time the man who has money will have a wife that is always tempted to cheat outside because the ex-partner that was broke was had a good dick. Let's be real here. Most partner that were broke had a good dick, and the dude that has money, his stroke is not that good. You know what I mean? But women, they will take the dude with money in the house, and they will cheat with the dude who is out there just with a good day and who is broke. Like you got to make up your mind because really, really is it's rare, right? Not all the time, but it's rare for a man to be working that hard for his family, especially those multi-millionaire that are a little bit older, 45 and things like that, and coming home and you can expect like five, the 3 round out of him like that I don't think is even fair to those people, right? Because they are busy trying to build a life, something you will enjoy later on. Sometimes you got to put your need a little bit on the side for the greatest good. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the different type of sexual partner that you might encounter. Please let me know ahead what you think. Please don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. And please, 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 thank you to all of you guys that have been liking and sharing the podcast. So I really appreciate it. And as you know, God bless. Peace.